This is the definitive blacklist of Johnny Carson, featuring celebrities who were unnecessarily cruel to the staff, dishonest to the public, or crossed professional lines in ways that even the powerful Hollywood studios couldn't protect them from. Johnny Carson was the undisputed king of late night, but he had a strict zero-tolerance policy for bad behavior. Let's get right into the top 5 celebrities banned from The Tonight Show. Number 1. The ultimate betrayal of Joan Rivers. For many years, Joan Rivers and Johnny Carson had a wonderful mentor-student relationship. He eventually named her the permanent guest host of The Tonight Show, cementing her stardom. However, in 1986, Joan was offered a lucrative contract by the Fox network to host her own competing late-night show. The fatal error wasn't taking the job, it was the secrecy. She didn't call Johnny to tell him before the press leaked the news. Carson felt deeply betrayed by someone he considered family. He banned her for life and never spoke another word to her, a silent punishment lasting until his passing. Number 2, the unacceptable cruelty of Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis was an absolute titan of comedy and a frequent guest host. They admired each other, but Lewis made one mistake Carson never forgave. He abused the working-class crew. One evening, Lewis arrived late with extra monologue material. When the hard-working cue card man politely explained there simply wasn't enough time to transcribe it before the live broadcast, Lewis aggressively screamed at the crew member. When Johnny got wind of this abusive behavior, the verdict was instant. Carson's strict moral rule was that you never disrespect the staff. Lewis was completely done. Number 3, the magical deception of Orson Welles. Orson Welles was a towering figure in cinema history, but his downfall on the show had nothing to do with movies. Carson was a passionate, amateur magician who respected illusion but hated dishonesty. Welles insisted on performing a mentalist routine, presenting it as genuine skill. The trick failed on live television, and Johnny later discovered Welles had secretly planted 2 paid accomplices in the audience with calculators to signal answers. Carson wasn't angry the trick flopped. He was furious that Welles deliberately lied to the audience by using secret plants. The legendary director was never invited back. Number 4. The fake psychic Uri Geller. In a similar vein, Carson fiercely defended honesty and despised anyone manipulating the public's faith. In the 1970s, illusionists like Uri Geller became famous by claiming they possessed actual, supernatural powers to bend metal and read minds. Carson, knowing these were just parlor tricks, found it deeply offensive. Before Geller's appearance, Carson ensured all the props on his desk were strictly controlled and impossible to tamper with beforehand. When the cameras rolled, Geller sat in awkward silence, completely unable to perform his miracles. Carson quietly banned anyone claiming genuine psychic powers instead of admitting they were entertainers. Number 5, the disrespect of Steve Allen. This is perhaps the most surprising ban of all because Steve Allen was the original creator and first host of The Tonight Show, making him pure television royalty. You would think his legacy would protect him, but Carson's boundaries applied to everyone. During the early 1980s, while guest hosting, Allen performed a monologue mocking Carson's age and style and was reportedly dismissive toward Johnny's beloved production staff. Carson felt that coming into another man's house and insulting both the host and the crew was a total lack of respect. He quietly ensured his famous predecessor was barred from appearing again. So, I have to ask, do you think Johnny Carson was too strict with his guests, or was he absolutely right to demand honesty and respect for his crew? I would love to read your heartfelt opinions in the comments below, and if you enjoy learning the clean, factual history of classic Hollywood, please bless that like button and make sure to follow Old Light channel for more.